She wasn't born in a toy factory. She was born in a bar. Hamburg, Germany. 1952. Cigarette smoke coils through the air as laughter and neon blur together. A woman in a tight black dress leans on the counter, blonde hair, red lips, eyes sharp as glass. Her name is Lilli. She's a comic strip brought to life, sold in men's shops as a joke, a toy for adults who want control, not play. Post-war Germany is rebuilding. Men are drinking to forget, and Lilli smiles to remind them what they think they've regained. Every curve of plastic is engineered fantasy. Every gaze, a mirror of power. Then, 1956. A tourist from America stops in front of a shop window in Lucerne, Switzerland. Ruth Handler. She buys 3 Lilli dolls. Not as a joke. As a blueprint. At home, she watches her daughter trace paper dolls across the table, flat lives, flat dreams. Ruth decides to give her a toy that stands upright. A woman who can be anything. Years later, she'd admit, "I wanted to give my daughter a doll with breasts." She never mentioned what that would cost. 2 years later, the world meets Barbie. The perfect woman. The impossible body. Mothers protest. Psychologists panic. But the girls fall silent. Because they're staring at something they don't understand yet. A future that looks nothing like them. She arrived in 1959 wearing a black and white swimsuit and a smile that never faltered. Teenage fashion model, the box read. But inside that box was something far more engineered than a toy. Barbie was designed for control. Every curve, every feature calculated. Her waist-to-hip ratio, 0.56, signaled perfection no human could mirror. Her eyes, widened beyond natural proportion, triggered the brain's protective instinct. Her smile, tested and retested, finally tilted just enough to say obedient, not defiant. Design historians later confirmed, Mattel's engineers studied the psychology of attraction the way scientists study light. They weren't selling a doll, they were selling identity. Early psychologists warned, children wouldn't just play, they'd compare. And soon, they did. Daughters measured their own waists. They asked why they didn't look like the grown-up doll. Within a year, Barbie outsold every toy on the market. By 1965, Mattel was producing 50 million annually. Marketing documents framed it clinically, aspiration play leads to purchase conversion. To the adults, it was genius marketing. To the children, it was something subtler. A lesson, beauty isn't something you are, it's something you buy. By the mid-60s, Barbie was no longer just a doll, she was a template. Every ad, every outfit, every accessory taught a lesson. What to wear, what to want, who to be. Parents thought it was harmless fantasy. But psychologists saw a different pattern emerging. Children weren't imagining adventures anymore, they were rehearsing identity. Barbie doesn't just reflect culture, one researcher noted, she rehearses it into us. It wasn't rebellion, it was reinforcement. Decades before social media filters, Barbie was already teaching selective self-perception, the art of editing yourself to match the ideal. Then came the data. Studies in the 1990s found that girls exposed to Barbie imagery reported significantly lower body satisfaction, within minutes. The effect was measurable, immediate, and cumulative. Psychologists began calling it the Barbie effect. A psychological feedback loop where the more you play, the less you accept yourself. Behind her smile was a paradox. The comfort of belonging, purchased through self-rejection. Barbie's beauty promised empowerment, but it came wrapped in quiet submission. And every child who held her learned the same silent condition. You could be her, if only you weren't you. 1992, Teen Talk Barbie uttered a simple phrase, "Math class is tough." Educators erupted. Feminist organizations staged boycotts. Advocacy groups pressured Mattel, demanding accountability. Customers returned dolls, exchanges were offered, and the company scrambled to contain the fallout. Legal threats emerged. Advocacy groups alleged the phrase reinforced damaging stereotypes. Internal debates raged. Some executives wanted to remove offending phrases, others feared capitulation would be seen as weakness. Ultimately, Mattel allowed exchanges, explaining the phrases were randomly programmed and did not reflect corporate values. Barbie had become a symbol, both of aspiration and societal critique. The doll was no longer a toy, she was a flashpoint. Parents, educators, and media all confronted her, turning a simple plaything into a cultural battleground. Do you remember the Barbie that said, "Math is tough"? What did that teach you? But Barbie survived the 90s backlash. In the decades ahead, she would return, transformed, diversified, and somehow more powerful than ever. The question lingered, had she truly changed, or had she simply learned to market differently? The 1990s backlash forced Mattel to pivot, but not to surrender. By the 2000s, declining sales and millennial parents rejecting the traditional Barbie prompted a $1.6 billion course correction. The company diversified body types, ethnicities, and careers. Marketing shifted from aesthetic perfection to, "You can be anything." On the surface, it seemed like progress. But beneath this veneer of empowerment, the same psychological patterns persisted, identity remained a commodity. The new feminist-friendly Barbie came not just with ambition, but with new accessories, dream houses, and vehicles. Purchase was still the pathway to aspiration. The 2023 Barbie movie epitomized this paradox. Self-aware and meta, it celebrated the brand while critiquing it, turning skepticism into a reason to buy. Was this authentic evolution, or the most sophisticated manipulation yet, selling feminism as a consumer experience? Mattel now sells diverse Barbies while the classic blonde remains the bestseller. The company profits from both aspiration and critique. Is this evolution, or the most sophisticated manipulation yet? Closing unease, every protest absorbed. Every critique repurposed into product. Barbie survived by learning to sell the revolution back to the revolutionaries. The Barbie movie isn't just entertainment, it's the ultimate test of corporate self-awareness. Decades of controversy, adaptation, and marketing evolution reveal a subtle truth: Barbie never truly changed. She learned to reflect societal demands while teaching, reinforcing, and profiting from them. Each protest, critique, or call for diversity was absorbed, rebranded, and sold back to the audience. The modern Barbie, diverse, career-oriented, self-aware, is both icon and instrument. She mirrors cultural progress while embedding commercial lessons in identity, aspiration, and consumption. Her empowerment is intertwined with her transactional nature: buy, aspire, emulate, repeat. We must ask, does this reinvention teach autonomy, or is it the most sophisticated form of social conditioning yet? The line between genuine cultural influence and calculated manipulation blurs with every new release, every movie, every accessory. Barbie adapts, evolves, and profits. Does playing with her teach freedom, or teach us to buy our identities? Every doll tells a story, but who's writing it?